It's the grandson of right thought. Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light, little flock. One thing that the little flock must realize, it's extremely important that you realize this as you continue going day by day. This thing I'm about to tell you, if you don't know it, and by know it, I mean do it. If you don't know it, then you're going to be at a huge disadvantage with overcoming. Matter of fact, you can't overcome if you don't know this. What I'm about to tell you. And what I'm about to tell you is that it's very difficult for you to receive the appreciation and the gratitude that you're looking for when you're hated. First thing you got to accept is that you're hated, and that you're hated without a cause. Once you accept that, then it allows you to overcome it. Overcome what, grandson? Overcome the bitterness, the anger, the frustration that you feel when you don't get appreciation, when you don't get the gratitude for the efforts that you put forth, or the things that you do. And ultimately, the reason why that's happening to you is because Abba wants you to understand that that's not love. That's conditional. And if it's conditional, then it's not love. You understand what I'm saying to you? A lot of people believe that when the child disobeys the parent and suffers the penalty for disobeying the parent, then that means that the parent doesn't love the child anymore. And that's a wrong misconception that a lot of people have. They think, well, if they suffer because they were disobedient, then that must mean that the parent isn't loving them anymore. And that actually is the furthest from the truth. As we know, who the Father loves, he chastens often. Chastens means to correct. And for you to get corrected on some things sometimes, it causes you to have to bump your head in order for you to get corrected. Or you have to fall and scrape your knee in order to be corrected from some folly that you were in. In other words, it's going to take some pain sometimes. And when you go through that pain, it seems as though you're not loved, even though that's a part of being loved. You understand what I'm saying to you, little flock? These are the strange things that the world has left void from your teaching. These are the things the world cannot teach you, because the world only hears its own. And if you're not of the world and you think they're going to hear you, chances are that they probably won't. But if there is one out there that's lost, then you'll speak the words that will draw that one back, despite 10,000 hating on you, hating you, calling you wicked, calling you a fool, saying you're mad, saying you lost your mind. All the things that they say about you, you can read the Bible and see that they said it about them. Do you know that there was a prophet who everyone accepted was a true prophet, but a certain man didn't like that prophet because he said that prophet didn't prophesy good stuff about him? So I hope you guys can hear that, little flockulators. Can you? I can. So he knew he was a true prophet, but he didn't like what that guy had to say because he often said things about him that were not flattering. Well, someone who truly loves you will do that. And that's the thing that the world has lacked. That thing right there. That if someone loves you, then they will wound you. Like he said, that's what corrects you. A wound does. And the scar of that wound reminds you of your foolery that caused the wound to be there at all. It reminds you, when you look at it, of a foolish thing that you did, that you're done. You see? But a lot of people, like I said, that are without this knowledge that I'm telling you, that you shall be hated without a cause, when they receive the hate and it doesn't feel good, it doesn't at all. But this is why right thought has to be the head of the house, and not the feelings have to be the head of the house. Even if it's right feeling, they still can't be the head of the house. Do y'all understand what the grandson's saying to you today? For instance, if somebody hate you, is it going to feel good that they hate you? No. So then, isn't it going to be strange when I tell you to marvel not? You're going to say, yeah, it's natural to marvel. So why would I marvel not? Because they hate you, they hate Yahusha. You see that? Because they hate me. That's why they hate you. And they hate me without a cause. There isn't any reason that they hate me. Can y'all hear that, little flock of laters, or can you hear it? There isn't actually any reason for it. But you will search until you settle on that knowledge of that truth. You will search and you will look. And you will look high and low. That's just the way it is. You will search high and low looking for it. Oh man, I mean, come on. There's got to be a reason for why I'm treated this way. There has to be a reason for why this person does this every time I walk into the room. No, there isn't a reason for it. So while we're on this topic, I'll give you guys personal experience that will help you understand what you're going through. Recently, I've been around some people, which I'm usually not, but recently I have been. And when I was hanging out around these people, there's a particular guy who sees me, who doesn't speak to me. And you can see that he purposely avoids speaking to me. He speaks to everyone else. He just doesn't speak to me. He doesn't look at me. He doesn't make eye contact with me. He doesn't acknowledge that I'm even there at all. Now, this is someone who used to sit at my table at my house and learn the Bible from me. You see that, little flockulators? You see how interesting that is? But as I continued to do what the word said, and as they continued to just be a hearer, they got offended at my lifestyle and at the things that I did. But they know that they can't biblically prove that my lifestyle is wrong. They know that, but they don't agree. You see, they don't agree with it. So instead of just acknowledging these issues and bringing them to the forefront and talking about it as a man, they just don't acknowledge me. They ignore me. They walk past me. Well, the other day, this person comes into a room where I'm sitting, talking, having a conversation with the person. So this person who doesn't acknowledge me or talk to me, they walked into the room and they were asking for something that I happened to have. Now, the person that I was talking to didn't happen to have it at all, but I did. Well, this person comes in and says, hey, I need the such and such, or do you have a such and such? But the person's not looking at me or talking to me, remember? They're looking at the other friend. So as they're looking, I'm just sitting there. And I had the item right there in my hand. So I just extended it out to the guy, extended it out to him, and he took it. And when I handed it to him, he didn't say thank you. He didn't say what's up. He didn't say hi. He didn't say how you're doing. He didn't say anything to me. He took it out of my hand and turned and walked out of the room. So that was a few days ago. Oh, well. Now, the person I was talking to, they brought it up. They said, hey, damn, man, that nigga didn't even say thank you. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty interesting, huh? Yeah, man, that was kind of weird. What's up with that? Hey, I don't know, man. That's his choice. You know, that's how he feels. So a few days later, which happened to be today, I'm having a conversation with this same person that I was having the conversation with before. Having this conversation with them again. We're sitting there having the conversation. This person walks into the room where we're having the conversation, does not acknowledge me, does not say hello, does not even say or even look as though there's another person in the room. They look at their friend and they say, hey, can I borrow some such and such? And they're like, oh, I don't have any. I have it right on the table next to me. Again, see? I have what this person is asking for. Again, well, they won't ask me. They're asking the other person. The other person says, well, I don't have any. I took it and handed it to this person again. Do you know they took it again? And they didn't say thank you. They didn't say hello. Y'all get the point. The nigga didn't say anything. He just took it and walked out of the room. Now, little flock, have you not paid attention to what the grandson has been telling you all? So now, what do you guys think I did? Well, I would be a hypocrite if I didn't do what I tell you to do when that happens to you. So then the answer is obvious as to what I did. What did I do, little flock? I simply remained quiet. See, little flock, you got to understand who you are. And once you know who you are, then you know how you're supposed to be. Like I've always told you. You know your role. And my role is to accept that I shall be hated like I'm being now without a cause. Since I know who I am, I also know that niggas will get rewards and benefits from me, and they won't even say thank you. I told you guys we read out of the 10 lepers. Only one came back to say thank you to Yahusha for cleansing them. And even Yahusha had to say, where are the other 9? I healed 10. Why has only one come back? See, that's there so that you know what you can expect when you come to this God-forsaken hell called earth. That's so that you can understand that that's how it is when you're in hell. It's not the way it is when you're in heaven. That's why Yahushua made it clear. My kingdom's not of this world. My kingdom is not of a world where you ask for something and somebody gives it to you and you don't say even thank you or even show gratitude for having received anything. That's not the way it is in the kingdom. But since I'm on earth, I understand how it is on earth, and so I overcome by remaining silent, by not being easily provoked. Why? Because I know who I am. I am love. Is love easily provoked? You have to say no, because that's what the Bible say. So now that you and I are on one accord concerning love, which is just supposedly both our aspiration in life, correct? To become one with the Father, which is love. So then if we're doing that, then it would be wise that we learn to do what he told us to do, which is to keep the word of his patience. So when he was tempted of the devil and tempted of the devil's children and the sons of Belial and the worthless false accusers, he didn't even open his mouth. So then what in the hell should I have done? What I told you I did. Both times he did it, I kept my mouth closed and I still gave him what he asked for. The second time, I assumed he was going to do the same thing, and he did, but I still gave it to him. Because you want to change, and you want to act different toward me, so that I can change and act different. I don't. That's what I'm trying to tell you, little flock. There's no need for you to change, to act different, because the Father does not. And if you're one with him, then guess what? You don't change. I'm kind. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I reign on the just and on the unjust. So then try to act like I don't. It doesn't mean that I don't. It just means that you are trying to act like I don't. Y'all have to know. Y'all have been the little flock and little timid sheep your whole life. That doesn't mean that's all you are. The Bible says the whole creation is waiting for you to be manifested. So obviously it's waiting for you to become ultimately who you always were. So if you were just some little scared, didn't understand anything, faithless, perverse, backwards living sinner, and you got converted, then that means you are none of those things anymore. Now stuff like loneliness or sadness, does that come from the kingdom or does that come from hell? What would you call it? Shit, I can tell you right now where those feelings match, what environments those feelings match. Okay, so then if we're supposed to be heaven minded and spiritual minded, then we're supposed to have the feelings that are peaceful and life-giving feelings. When we're not feeling that or experiencing that, then that means what? That we have slipped out of the kingdom. We have fallen from grace. We are now in the carnal mind, which is death. That's what it means. So people are trying to draw you out of the kingdom, like I just described to you. This dude has no idea he's being used by Satan to be hateful. Is that loving what he's doing? And like I said, his behavior toward me changed because of the things that I'm doing with my lifestyle that he disagrees with. That's what it's about. Even though he does all kinds of things that I disagree with. But you don't see me acting fake or phony or being evil toward him. But he wants me to be, so he can justify how he feels. But I ain't going to be. I've already learned through much trial and tribulation how to be quiet when niggas coming after me. Because I know how this game works. You want a nigga to look crazy. You want a nigga to look evil. You want a nigga to look mean so that you can accuse him. Why would I give you the ammunition for the gun if you're my enemy on the battlefield? I'm not going to reach across the battlefield and go give no nigga no bullets to shoot at me. So then why do you niggas do it? Huh, little flock? Why are you giving these niggas bombs and ammo and mortar to use against you by raging out just because a nigga says something that you don't agree with? Just because he acting in a way that show his folly. It don't mean you got to get down on that level with him. Do it. Stop being led about. That prove you ain't no leader. That prove you ain't no king. That prove you ain't no priest that can stand on his own 10 feet against the storm. Yahusha stands against the storm because he is a king and a priest. And you're telling me that he built a nation of kings and priests, a bunch of niggas that can't stand against the storm? I guarantee you can stand in the storm because I do. So if I can, then you can. And it's just that damn simple. Don't listen to what these niggas is trying to say, trying to provoke you to be evil. You ain't got to. You just think you got to. And the person who's telling you got to is Jezebel whispering in your damn ear, which is your wicked ass feelings that you have. He didn't even acknowledge. He didn't even say thank you. What an ungrateful motherfucker he is. Fuck that. I'm saying something. I'm offended. Okay, when you get offended, our rule book says don't say nothing. Uh-oh. So yeah, the feeling of wanting to say something overwhelmed you. You didn't overcome it. It's supposed to be hard to overcome, or there would be no glory in overcoming it. So what's so hard about overcoming it? I told you, it's being offended. It's being offended. And you're not offended at them for spitting on you or hitting you or punching you. You're offended at Christ for him telling you how to deal with them spitting on you and punching you. Woo! Maybe they can't hear the grandson. Maybe I need to speak a little bit louder so y'all can hear it better or something. Oh yeah, I forgot. It doesn't matter how I say it. The world hears its own. I'm not of this world, so I can scream and holler and go around, and guess what people will say about me if they saw me riding this bike talking like I am right now? That nigga must be full of new wine. That nigga must be mad. That nigga must be drunk. That nigga must be crazy. That nigga, that nigga. Make a remix out of this shit and you'll still be wrong, nigga. I ain't none of them things. Just like Paul said he wasn't. Just like Peter and James and John and them said they weren't when they were accused of the same damn thing. I don't know why y'all think a nigga always is drunk just because he's full of the spirit. Maybe it's because y'all don't recognize nothing good. Y'all call good evil. A man full of the spirit and you say he's drunk. See how y'all can't recognize nothing worth a damn. So there's no need probably in even telling you niggas of the world anything of value. You know why? Because you don't recognize value. All you see is valueless and think is value. And then when you see the value, you think it's valueless. You proved it with Yahusha. Most of you niggas living today would see who you call Jesus Christ, will reject him, hate him, spit in his face and rip his beard out and call him a damn liar and a fucking evil damn devil. Meanwhile, you stand up here today reading out of a page of a book, talk about how much you love him. You love him until you hear what he got to say. So how much do you truly love him when you don't do anything that he says to do? Because how do you prove you love somebody? Probably when you obey them and do what they say to do. But y'all don't do anything Yahushua says to do. You're too caught up in your own vainglory. You're too caught up in thinking there's something for you valuable to have other than Yahushua's words. You think that there's something out there that's more valuable than doing what he told you to do. When he said, I am the way to salvation. I am salvation. So how will you have it if you don't listen to he who saves? And what did the Father tell you all? What did he say? Don't listen to me. What did he tell you? He said, hear ye him. So listen to every word he got to tell you. But what do you all do? You let men tell you things that have no value in it. And that's why you get offended. Because you think you're something that you're not. You don't know who you are. But if you knew who you are, you have no problem thinking it not robbery to take on a form of a servant, to be lowly, to be meek, to be patient, to be kind, to be loving toward one another, no longer impatient and short and quick to be wrathful and angry and want to hurt each other. Why is it so hard to understand that ain't the way God wants you to be? Are you a fool to think that God put us all here and then say, yeah, go kill each other? Is that what you think? Murder one another, rob one another, kill one another. Is that what you think God told us to do or what? Is that what you think? Because I can guarantee you that's not what he wants out of you. So if you do it, then you're rebellious today. You hate God. You hate everything God stands for. You hate love. And the reason why you hate love is because you're faithless and you believe it not. You don't believe that love exists. Y'all don't believe that love is real. And the reason why is because you've never seen it. Because you've been faithless and perverse your whole damn life. Never accepting the truth that love was always there waiting for you. Love was always showing you the way. But you're offended at love. You're offended at what it takes to love. And it takes you to give yourself up. And that's why you're offended. That's why you hate God. That's why you hate his son. Why you say you love him with your lips. Your heart is far from him. And that's why you refrain from doing the things that he's earnestly calling you to do with your heart today. You don't want to do it. And that's why you don't want to do it. Because it causes you to give up your life. You're not willing to do that. All you niggas care about is your little vain, stupid ass 9 to 5 of a life you say you have. You don't even got it. It's ripped away from you every day for somebody else's gain. But what are you doing? You're fighting for that little scrap. You're fighting for the approval of some fucking devil that don't care about you every fucking day. And you're all doing it. Because you'd rather have men applaud you when you walk in than men hate you when you walk in. I'd rather have them hate me when I walk in. Because guess who they hate, little flock? They hate he who speaks upright. So if you speak upright, you're hated. Not if you fit in with the crowd, you're hated. Not if you go along to get along, you're hated. It's when you stand against these niggas, you hate it. And as you can see, I stand against this wicked ass, devilish ass, hateful ass, twisted around ass world. Ain't it obvious? So you should be not fooled today, led about by any outward circumstance that you're going through that's nothing but wind and waves, trying to blow you out of your peaceful state of being. No. How about that? No. How about that? People are so scared to tell other people no. They're scared to say no. And they're scared to say no because of what? What if that person doesn't like me? Oh my God, woe unto you when all men speak well of you. Why do you want all men to like you? Because it feels good. I can tell you a whole lot of shit that feels good. That don't mean it is. You want me to start listing off some stuff? Or are you wise enough to figure that out on your own? That too much of anything is bad. Honey is sweet. But if you eat too much of it, your stomach will be twisted up. Water is needed to live, but you need wine for your belly's sake. Like I said, you want me to keep going, or you're just going to submit to the truths that the grandson is telling you all today? That's weak to respond. The world tells you you're a G, you're hard, you're tough, you're a man when somebody defends you and you stand up and you rock that nigga shit. That shit don't mean nothing. That shit is vain and stupid and make you look like a fucking beast. That's the only thing it do for you, is make you look less than a man. Handle it like a man handle it. Use wisdom. Use your brain. It's the most elevated brain on this earth, so you act like it. You don't have to resort to submitting yourself down to a chimpanzee level to handle some difference you're having with somebody. No, handle it as a man does, with right thought. Shit. Nigga don't want to acknowledge me, so be it. That's on him. That's on him. Not my fault. Shit. That's on you. That's how you feel. Yeah, but shouldn't you care? Why? Why do I care? My mother and my brother are those who do the will of the Father. And the will of the Father is not that we be ungrateful. So then if you're being ungrateful and unthankful, then you're not doing God's will. So then don't expect me to treat you as a family member. You can just expect me to do what you're doing to me. Ain't no harm, no foul. I'm not offended. You just want me to be. See how it keeps coming back to that? See? Divorces. Ain't no need of divorce when you go, okay, you're upset, but that don't mean I have to be. But I'm yelling and screaming because I want you to yell and scream and mistreat me so I can have a reason to leave you. If you want to leave, why do I have to give you a reason? Seems like you already got yours. But I don't want nobody to know that I'm thinking that. I want them to think it was you that made me leave. Why? Why is that important to you that other people think that? Why is it important to you what the public thinks of what happened in our relationship? Why is that important to you? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really know. Yeah, that's what I want you to think about. Is why you don't know, why you doing dumb shit thinking it's important. While you're critiquing other people, maybe you need to understand that about yourself. You're doing harm to yourself, but you're talking about the harm other people do to themselves. How about you get that shit out your eye so you can see clear enough? Huh? Wow, grandson, why you talk so provocative like that? I'm just telling you the same thing Yahusha said. I thought you loved Yahusha. I thought you listened to every word Yahusha said. I thought he was your king. I thought he was your master. And if he is, then shouldn't you know his teachings? Well, yeah, I should. Well, then you should know that everything that I said is what he said. Oh, yeah, it is. I thought you were a student. I am. Well, then who must I be? If I actually know the right answers, then you don't. Okay, dude, just back off me, man. I ain't backing off. I'm backing on. I'm back on. Shit, as soon as you push me off, I'm jumping back on. Oh, got no time to be playing no games with y'all niggas. Y'all niggas want a nigga to get mad just so he can show that he's like you. I ain't like you. So you're just wasting your time trying to provoke me to be a beast. I'm not a beast. I don't have that image. Shit, I'm not looking to acquire anything at your expense. So therefore, I just sit peacefully, calmly, while you guys run around, moving around constantly, trying to shuck and jive on one another. I don't have to shuck and jive a fucking thing because I'm honest and a plain man, dwelling in my own house, minding my own damn business, while you niggas are looking at me to try to provoke me to come out of my house. Abba already told me not to come out. My house is my body. If I don't leave my body, then I'm safe. It's the moment I get out of my body is when you've won. So I can understand why you're trying to provoke me. I don't give a fuck about you enough for you to provoke me. Damn, grandson. This doesn't sound like some man from God talking about he doesn't give a fuck about people. I told you, you don't know the word. You're proving you don't by being offended at the way I talk. What did Abba say about the nations? Well, he said he loves Israel, that's for sure. He said that plenty of times. And what did he say concerning the rest of the nations? Well, he said that they are as nothing, and they're less than nothing, and they be as vanity. He also said that they be as spittle. So less than nothing, do you understand what that sums out to, my nigga? That's less than zero. That's how Abba feel about the other nations. So then when I talk about them, I speak to them as if they're less than a zero, and you just get mad at me. See how you're offended at God? You see what God was warning me about? Not to be offended when they hate you because they're hating me. That's right. Can't you see how you're hating him and not me? I'm proving it to you that you are. That's why y'all niggas can't fuck with me. That's why you can't beat me. That's why you can't confound me, because he already said, I cannot be ashamed nor confounded. World without end, Israel. I told you what world I'm of, the world without an end. The reason why you niggas are of that old world that has an end is because that world is temporary. That's why he said everything you see is temporal, but the things you can't see are eternal. So then I focus on the things you can't see, and that's why I win. You focus on what you can see, and that's why you lose. It's just that simple, guys. It's just that simple. Abba knew what he was doing. He knew he buried something very precious in a secret spot, and he knew that kings like to search out the secret things of God. So in order to find the secret things of God, you must attain to the level of a king, like I've told you earlier in this message. And kings don't get persuaded by somebody else's actions that want to pull him out of his box. He decides how he's going to feel, despite what you have told him. So if you come to me talking about, yes, we're all going to attack and destroy the little flock, that don't mean that that's going to happen. The little flock has a shepherd that's ornery as hell to other people talking. He doesn't give a fuck what anybody else has to say. So therefore, when they say things to threaten us, I don't listen. I don't accept. I stand strong as hell with my staff, ready to bonk a nigga that step up. And if you come up thinking that you're as strong as a lion, I will grab you by your beard, grab my club in my hand, and wrap your ass across the head so many times that your ass is going to have so many stars and birds going around your head that your ass thought you was Michael Jackson on stage dancing, nigga. Damn, look at all these stars. Fuck. Sheesh. Yeah, moonwalking ass nigga, like you're outer space, you're seeing so many damn stars. Get to moonwalking up out of here. That's the energy I'm putting off when they coming at me. Told you, I do what I do in a hidden place. They want me to come out of that hidden place. If you understand that little flock, then you'll stay hidden. Can you hear what the grandson's saying to you? Can you hear it? They want you to come out of that hidden place because then they can win. If you don't leave that hidden place, then they can't win. Leaving the hidden place is sinning because it means you didn't have faith. God said stay inside. So that's what I'm going to do. Hey man, we're going to kill all you guys. Okay, then you're just all going to get killed. Hey dude, why did you think that? Don't you see all of our numbers? Don't you see? I don't walk by sight. Fuck, damn it. So then our illusion isn't going to work, is it? No, it's not. It's not going to work. Why do you keep on trying? Because I really want you to lose. Okay, well, let's make a big ass sound. Then that maybe will scare him. So let's go, oh, 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 as we march toward the little flock. So they're barking and grunting and everything as they're walking toward us. And I'm just going, I guess they're speaking Neanderthal to one another. Because that shit doesn't mean anything because I don't judge by the hearing of my ears. So make all the scary sounds you want to make. I don't judge that way. Oh, shit. That didn't work either. Fuck. Well, what are we going to do? You're going to die. That's what you're going to do. That's what's going to happen because you're the one breaking God's commandment, not me. Stop hating your brother in your heart. But you can't. You hate him without a cause. Man, if I was to hate somebody, at least let me have a cause. If I hate somebody for no reason at all, then what kind of nigga am I? A sick ass one, I'd say. What would you call him? Healthy? Is that a healthy thinking ass nigga? Somebody that hates somebody and you say, why you hate him? They say, I don't know. I don't actually have any reason to hate them at all. I just do. Well, then it's because you just are a hater. That's all it means. You do what you are. I told you guys it's about the mark. The mark is in your forehead and in your right hand, or in your right hand, which is obviously telling you guys that what you think you are is what you do. That proves that you are. So if you think you are something, then your hand will extend itself to fulfill the person you said that you are. So if you said that you're a surgeon and you believe that you are one, then you will do surgeon activities to prove that you are. Do you understand what I'm saying to you all? See? So that's what it means. Your mind and your hand, what you think you are. If you think a lie concerning who you are, then you will be killed. You will be destroyed. And anything that doesn't live according to its maker's plan will destroy itself. It's not personal, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's not some evil God sitting up there going, yeah, they didn't do what I told them to do, so I'm going to kill them. No, it just simply works like this. I created an animal. I call him a shalakali. All right? Y'all ain't never seen no shalakali before because I'm making him up right now. Now, when I make this shalakali, I made him to live in a certain environment, to drink water every so often, and to eat leaves. If he doesn't eat these leaves, he will die. He is an herbivore. He does not eat anything but these particular leaves. That's what I've designed for him to eat. So when he goes out there to nature, he gets snatched out of his environment and gets taken to a whole new environment where there are no leaves. He's taken out into the desert. How long will he live? Not long. He'll die. So this, see how simple that is to understand and how it's not even personal and it doesn't make me evil? It's him not being who he should be. If he was being who he should be, then he'd live. Why do you think the Israelites aren't in their land? Not eating their food, not keeping their customs, not living their lifestyle. See? That's why they're dying. Can't you hear it? But if you come back to who you are, as the scripture says, if you bethink yourself in the land where you be held captive. See? So if you remember who you are while you're being held captive and those other strange land got you living another strange way that's causing you to die, if you come back to your true way, then you shall never see death. That's what the master said. So then why you niggas want to lie? Why do you want to lie? Maybe because you want me to die. See? That's why they want you to come out the house. But I ain't coming out, and neither should you, little flock. Give them what they asked for. Just like Yahusha said, do good unto your enemies, for you'll be heaping coals of fire upon their head. When they walk away, they're literally burning up trying to figure out why you're not responding. It's nothing but a Jezebelian energy. It doesn't matter if it's a male or a female. Like I told you guys, this is a male doing this to me, but I've also had it done by a female. They will simply do something to provoke you to get out of yourself, to come out there and acknowledge their, offenses, to acknowledge what they're doing is offensive and to act like what it is offensive, just so they can deny it and call you crazy. See? It's just the way it goes. That's the way the playbook is written in this world. That's why you see in the basketball court, you're watching the NBA basketball game, and you see your favorite player, he's getting hacked and hacked and hacked and hacked, and the referee doesn't call a foul. But the moment he hacks that guy back, what happens? He gets called for the foul. Your guy, he gets called. You're like, wait a minute, you didn't see all that fouling the other guy was doing? Nope, that's how the world works. That's why he provoked you. He kept smacking you so that you would smack back. And the moment you snapped back, the whistle got blew on you. So then know that what's happening in your life. The referee is never going to call a foul on that nigga for what he's doing because he's in cahoots with the referee. He's the referee's son. The referee is rooting for him. So then if you don't respond, then he can't call a foul on you. He can't give you a tech. He can't eject you from the game. You see what I'm saying to you? So it'll be wise that you do the right thing and don't respond. Damn, man, I'm hitting that guy. He keeps going back to his code. I'm elbowing him. I stepped on his foot and everything. The guy just don't respond. Nope. He has a master that already told him, don't. See that today, little flockulators? So y'all be blessed today and don't come out the house. Stay in the house and chill. And don't let nothing pull you up out of there. Because they gonna try. But your job is to not die. So don't come out. Still want Mr. Allen. Look at the doggy, y'all. Before I end this message, look. What you doing out here? Look at you. Sit along.